As a child, I would always see blurry, monstrous shapes instead of faces from a distance, but I stopped seeing them once my parents got me glasses. Yet when I take my glasses off before bed, I can't help but wonder why my wife's head seems to become larger. The doctors told the amputee he might experience a phantom limb from time to time. Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he felt cold fingers brush across his phantom hand.
She wondered why she was casting two shadows. After all, there was only a single light bulb.
When my mother called from downstairs, I leaned down to answer the stairs. At that moment, my mother pulled me back and said, "I heard it too." After my husband repeatedly told me that he had no memory of beating me up while he was drunk, I decided to get drunk to conform his story. I woke up the next day with a splitting headache and a dead husband, but had no memory of what had happened. My daughter continues to cry and scream until the morning. I go to her grave and tell her to shut up, but it doesn't help.
I wish to extend my dog's life as long as I live. If I do that, your dog's life will get shorter, are you sure? The genie replied.
Baby crying is an interesting situation. It gets even more interesting when you hear it when you're home alone at 1:30 at night. My cat is always staring at me, and one day I noticed that she is always looking right behind me.
The random killings had been endless, and then at the final murder scene, a word was written in blood: pareidolia. The detective joined the dots on the map together, making a perfect picture of his daughter's face, who he had not heard from all day.
I breathe in the gas and count back from 10 to get my tonsils removed.
Looks like little Timmy is finally going to get a new heart, and I get a new car.
I hear the doctor say as I fall into the void.
I've been a hostage for days now, waiting for someone to pay the ransom. At least my kidnappers have finally removed their creepy ski masks.
I planned a prank on my wife that would make her find me covered in blood. I stood still when she walked in, and when she saw me, she started frantically searching for her phone and said,
"Bad timing, and didn't I pay for the cleaning?"
I told my therapist I watched a girl drown when I was 15, that I could have saved her, but I was too scared. "I know," she said, as she got up to lock the door. "That was my daughter."
Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling.
My mother was a hoarder, and after she went missing, I decided to clear out her attic. First thing to do is find out where that terrible stench is coming from.
Don't be scared of the monsters, just look for them. Look to your left, to your right, under your bed, behind your dresser, in your closet. But never look up. She hates being seen.
I begin tucking her into bed and she tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for her amusement and see her. Another her, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams.